Hello, this is Edward Tulane, Chapter 8. Edward was picked up by a fisherman after a long time at the bottom of the ocean. In the last chapter, this chapter, we'll find out what happens next. On land, the old fisherman stopped to light a pipe, and then, with the pipe clenched between his teeth, he walked home, carrying Edward atop his left shoulder as if he were a conquering hero. Picture at the start of the chapter there. The fisherman balanced him there, placing a calloused hand at Edward's back. He talked to him in a soft, low voice as they walked. "You'll like Nellie, you will," said the old man. "She's had her sadness, but she's an all-right girl." Edward looked at the small town blanketed in dusk, a jumble of buildings huddled together, the ocean stretching out in front of it, and he thought that he would like anything and anybody that was not at the bottom of the sea. "Hello, Lawrence," called a woman from the front of the shop. "What have you got?" "Fresh catch," said the fisherman. "Fresh rabbit from the sea." He lifted his cap to the lady and kept walking. "There you are now," said the fisherman. He took the pipe out of his mouth and pointed with the stem of it at the star in the purpling sky. "There's your North Star right there. Don't never have to be lost when you know where that fellow is." Edward considered the brightness of the small star. Do they all have names? He wondered. "Listen to me," said the fisherman, "talking to a toy. Oh, well, here we are then." And with Edward still on his shoulder, the fisherman walked up a stone-lined path and into a little greenhouse. "Look here, Nellie," he said. "I've brought you something from the sea." I don't want nothing from the sea," came a voice. "Oh, now don't be like that, Nell. Come and see, then." An old woman stepped out of the kitchen, wiping her hand on an apron. When she saw Edward, she dropped the apron and clapped her hands together and said, "Oh, Lawrence, you brung me a rabbit." "Direct from the sea," said Lawrence. He took Edward off his shoulder and stood him up on the floor, and held onto his hands and made him take a deep bow in the direction of Nellie. "Oh," said Nellie, "here." She clapped her hands together again, and Lawrence passed Edward to her. Nellie held the rabbit out in front of her and looked him over from tip to toe. She smiled. "Have you ever in your life seen anything so fine?" Edward felt immediately that Ellie was a very discerning woman. This lady knows what she's talking about. She called me fine. "She's beautiful," breathed Nellie. For a moment, Edward was confused. Was there some other object of beauty in the room? "What will I call her?" "Susanna," said Lawrence. "Just right," said Nellie. "Susanna." She looked deep into Edward's eyes. "First off, Susanna will need some clothes, won't she?" Now, given what you know about Edward, how do you think he feels about that? He's pretty particular about his appearance. He likes wearing nice clothes. And, he's a boy. He's a boy rabbit. Probably is not going to like being called Susanna and dressed up in girls' clothes. My guess would be his sense of feeling grateful that someone rescued him out of the sea is going to start to flow away a little bit as he starts to be kind of annoyed and irritated with his new hosts. But we'll see together on the other side of things. See you then, readers.